Braille's case. Just made that new nickname up for you. Where are we going? What are we doing?
We're going to check trail cams for my moose hunt.
Going to check trail cams for your moose hunt. How many trail cams do we have up there?
4.
Good, because you did this, meaning there's 4 up there. Because Brailee hasn't been with us yet. But I told her if she was going to hunt moose, she can help us scout. And so it is July the 20th, I believe. You don't need to check. 19th, July 19th. So her hunt opens in just over a month. August 31st it opens. I don't know how serious I'm going to get about hunting moose early if it's hot.
Yeah.
Because we will have a hard time depending on how much help we have. If we shoot one back in there, it could spoil before we get it out. A moose is about, I would say, I don't know, what, 25% bigger than a big elk. So that's something to think about. Cause I was like, well, we're gonna hit it hard the 31st, and I started thinking, man, if it's 100 degrees like it is right now, which it possibly could be, we don't want to take the chances. Anyways, we are gonna get super serious about scouting for moose now. We have, you know, like I said, just over a month to do it, to try to find a big one. What are we hoping to kill?
The biggest one on the mountain.
And that's where we're at. All right, we are to El Spato. That's how you say it in Spanish, El Spato. Am I driving?
Okay.
I think that's why Brailee, the only reason Brailee came is because she wanted to drive the 4-wheeler. Is that true?
No.
Why else did you come?
To put in effort to shoot a moose, so it's more rewarding at the end.
I like where your head's at. All right, so this is my, I don't know if I've showed you guys this much, but this is my Can-Am Outlander. We started working with Can-Am last year, and they sent me this one. We got to choose what we wanted. I chose the Outlander with the second seat, and I'll tell you what, it's the most comfortable 4-wheeler I've ever been on, road. The most smooth suspension I've ever been on, but that back seat is clutch. I would almost rather just be the passenger on this thing than drive, because look at, I'm just chilling.
You ready?
Are you gonna be safe?
Yes.
Okay, slow and steady. Brailee's actually a pretty good driver. What?
Are we going up?
Yep. Brailee's been driving the 4-wheelers and side-by-sides for the last few years. She's pretty good at it, so let's see how she does. Well, first stop, first camera is about 1,000 yards off the road, so I don't have high hopes for this first spot. We set it, I don't know, a month and a half ago, and it's a pond, but there's very little, I mean, there was some water in it, but there's no creek running into it, and there's cattle up here, so I don't know if this pond is going to have water in it until Brailee's hunt. I'll be surprised if there's water in it right now. But what I think the plan is, well, what we kind of planned, we set 4 cameras up in this area. 2 of them are on just ponds that I think are filled up in the spring when the snow melts. And then the last 2 are set on spring ponds, which there should be water in there year round. So I think if this dries up, any moose that will be here will head that way because they'll be running water in that year round. But we'll go see. That's why you set trail cams, right, Brailee?
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah. Well, there's still water in it, but guess what else is in it? Get out of my pond. I just brought replacement cards. I'm just gonna pull the card, put a brand new card in the Stealthcam, and so then we can check them at home on the laptop. Try to remember. Oh, I dropped pins. That's always a key thing. Drop pins on the exact place on your OnX where you set trail cams. It's easy when you start running, you know, 10, 20 of them. And I forgot my phone. Perfect. What's your hopes, Brailee? High hopes?
High hopes.
High hopes. It's still here. That's always good. Let's see. 16 gigabyte might be full. We're dead. And I brought no replacement batteries. I'd highly recommend you do this. I always go presets. There wasn't cows in here when we set it. I should have came and changed it. If you have a card or a camera on a pond with cows, go to a custom setting and do like one photo burst like every like minute or even like 2 minutes, because cows will just sit in here all day. But we're gonna take this home with us. Not off to a great start, Brailee. What's your thoughts?
It's just the first one.
We got 3 more. Well, I'm all disappointed in myself that I didn't bring batteries. These Stealthcams, if you're on something that doesn't have cattle on it, they'll last for 6 to 8 months. We've had them last through the winter, but when they're taking thousands of pictures of cows every day, wears them batteries down, and it fills up a 16 gigabyte card pretty quick. Off to camera number 2. I think I'm gonna make the executive decision. We're gonna pull this camera no matter what too. There's still cows in here and it's just hard to sort through all the stupid cattle. You'd have to replace the batteries like every 2 weeks, refresh the card every week. We'll pull it and see what we have at the house. Like I said, if there's any moose hitting this one, the next 2 springs that don't have cows on it, that have running water, they'll be there. Look at this camera, hundreds of cows in the trees. What's up, bras? I wonder if this got any pictures on it. Logan did a customs job here, looks like. I bet same thing. It's got battery, so that's good. Let's see what, no, 8 gigabyte. Good call, Case. That's gonna be full. I'm just gonna pull it and we'll take it back with us. I'm excited for the next 2 though. I think they will be promising. Definitely a moosey looking pond though. This is gonna have water until, I guarantee it'll have water till the fall. It looks pretty deep out there. What are you thinking on the next 2 cameras? You thinking it's gonna have a big giant bullwinkle on there?
Yes. Trophy bulls.
Trophy bulls. What's a trophy bull look like?
Honestly, any moose probably.
Any root moose is a trophy moose?
Yeah, because they're pretty big.
Yeah, I think how much meat we're gonna get off one.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to be sharing with our friends and family when she kills one.
I don't think I've ever had moose.
I haven't had it since I was about 10 years old. And it was really good. I think you'll like it. All right, now we're getting into some moose country. This is gorgeous moose country, I think, in my opinion. What's your opinion, Brailee? Does this look like gorgeous moose country?
Yes.
Is this somewhere you would want to shoot a moose?
Yes, if I have allergy medicine.
Are you getting allergies?
Yep.
So like I said, there's fence around all this, so the cows will never be in here. The only thing that should be in here hitting the water is wildlife. We have 2 cameras down here about 3/4 of a mile. No, the first one's about a half a mile, the next one's about 3/4 of a mile. I think we're gonna go to the end one and check it first and then hit this closer one on the way back. This is awesome. And it's like 20 degrees cooler up here than it is at home.
That's so good.
What was that?
A deer.
A buck.
You can see its little antlers.
This little guy. I didn't feel like we were being too quiet. We just came around the corner and he just picked his head up with a mouthful of grass. Looked at us. Well, that is a good sign. Moose. I'll take a deer. There's some moose over there. It's a little more swampy. This is kind of like a little beaver pond. It was more of a pond earlier though. As you can see, this was all mud when we set this camera. You okay?
Yeah.
Look at this moose. There's a trail coming in. Look at that. Looks like a big bull moose. Camera set there. Don't ever forget your freaking OnX. I could not find this thing. It took me way longer than it should have. Surprised the moose hasn't ran it over yet. I forgot my phone with my OnX on it, so I had to guess. I'm excited to check this thing out. $953 pictures. I think this might be a problem though. The grass is growing up a little more than it was. You don't want grass in front of your camera. When the wind blows, it will trigger it. Alright, Master SD card. Another 8 gig. Guys, I was not on my game. Alright, I just made the executive decision that we are going to check this card and just replace it when we get home because mosquitoes are trying to carry us away. But I checked through about 30 pictures and that piece of grass was getting us, so I'm gonna have to go through a lot to get them. I know we're gonna have moose on here though, but I'm gonna clear this grass out.
Are these moose tracks?
Yeah, those are moose tracks, you see them?
Yeah.
Big, huh? Looks like a big bull. Big bull moose walked by. This was all swamp when I said it, which I like, but it's not swamp anymore. Wonder if I should just pull this camera.
I think we should keep it.
You think we should?
Yeah.
All right, they'll be passing through. They'll eat
Yeah.
here. The water's right there, so I like it. All right, I'm gonna replace this, and then we're gonna go get the other one. Coming. I think a moose bedded right here.
What is it?
Moose bed. When me and Logan found this place, Logan named it Moose Motel.
Oh wow.
Does that look like a moose bed?
Yeah, that's big.
All right, let's go grab this card. Oh, he did it. He crossed it.
Kind of gross.
So here's camera number 4. Hi, camera. See what you have for us. All right, guys, we have made it back to the house and we have gone through all of the pictures. So the first 2 cameras, as we suspected, were all cattle. There was a couple little bulls mixed in with the cattle, but it seemed like as soon as the cattle started hitting them, the moose took off, and so I'm glad we actually pulled those 2 cameras. But the last 2 cameras I kept saying were what I was having high hopes for, and I think we produced. Brailee, have you seen this yet?
No.
So this is gonna be Brailee's honest reaction to the biggest bull we have on what we're calling the Moose Motel. So there's a lot of like cows with calves and just cows rolling solo, which is a good thing. Why would that be a good thing, Bree?
Because then the big moose are going to follow them.
Smart lady. When you're scouting for elk or moose, I would assume moose because they rut about the same time. It's good to scout for the bulls and the bucks, but what you're really wanting to do, depending on when your tag is, like Brailee's tag is going to run through the moose rut, find the cows because that's where all the big bulls will be. So there he is. That's a back picture of the biggest bull.
Oh wow.
What's your thoughts?
That's so big. That's the biggest animal I've ever seen.
Is that like...
And won't his antlers grow a little bigger too?
Yeah, this picture will show it a little better. So you see how his tips haven't started growing? They'll start growing. Because moose will grow all the way till the end of August. That's him again.
He's way big.
Here's another good picture of him. That's a good picture.
Yeah.
Here's a good one. There.
Oh wow. Yeah.
What's your
he's
thoughts?
So big. Is he bigger than a horse?
No, not as big as a horse. Is that a moose that you would want to go and hunt first day?
Yes.
Yes? What if we find a bigger one?
Then we'll shoot the bigger one.
Should we look for a bigger one or just put all our apples in that basket?
Well, we have a while, so I feel like we should still look at all of our options.
What do you think?
I mean, we have a whole mountain to look through. So.
We have a few mountains, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we're just getting underway here on the scouting process for moose. We still have another solid month and 2 weeks almost. So we are going to be scouring the mountains looking for a mature moose. But we found a really good one. I was really excited when I saw this one. This is a really nice moose. I think anybody with this tag would be happy with it. But we're going to keep searching. You never know what we turned up. What we can turn up, for whatever reason, good things happen to Brailee when we're in the mountains. Like that guy right there. Not that guy.
The big one, but...
All right. Give us an outro.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for my moose hunt.
Bye.